He's an alleged serial predator.
They are cutting off my circulation.
A Crime Watch Daily investigation helped lead New York cops to Kwahuru Govan,
I didn't do anything.
charged with the murders of two promising young Brooklyn teens, one of them chopped into pieces. And now, there may be at least 3 more victims, including this woman,
After he raped me, he strangled me.
who saw Crime Watch Daily's story and told us she believes it was Govan who nearly killed her too.
Just felt like I remember the voice.
Look, you see, look what am I doing?
The journey to justice began when Crime Watch Daily teamed up with veteran journalist Mary Murphy of our New York affiliate WPIX. We were investigating the 2006 high-profile murder of 16-year-old Brooklyn honor student Chanel Petro-Nixon. This man, Veron Primus, a middle school classmate, was charged with Nixon's murder. He's not yet entered a plea.
Well, it's an important day, Mary, for not just the people of Brooklyn, but for justice.
After our story aired, this viewer called Murphy. The woman told her about the murder of another young woman in 2004. She thought there might be a connection to the Nixon case. The tipster brought Murphy to an alley where 17-year-old Sharibia Thomas's body was found in 2 laundry bags.
I know she was beaten.
Another pretty young, promising teenager murdered, stuffed in bags, and dumped on the street. Could the killer be Veron Primus, the man charged in Nixon's murder? Murphy wasted no time getting on the phone with cops.
Investigators were telling me, thank you. They weren't saying why, but they told me that Sharibia Thomas had turned into a significant case.
Acting on Murphy's information, New York cops took a fresh look at the now 12-year-old case. They reprocessed DNA taken from under Sharibia's fingernails and submitted it to a national database. It turns out there was a match, all right, but not to Veron Primus.
I got a phone call, and I was told that a man was stopped at the prison door in Florida. DNA taken from under Sharibia Thomas's fingernails tied this man, Kwahuru Govan, to her murder in Brooklyn in 2004.
I'm innocent.
That information from the database came just in the nick of time. Govan was being held in a Florida jail on other charges and was hours away from being released. Instead, he was brought to New York to face murder charges in the death of Sharibia Thomas, whose grieving family was subjected to Govan's vitriol aimed at them. He proclaimed his innocence.
I did not do this. I didn't do nothing to nobody.
At one point, Govan even tauntingly mouthed the words, "You know I love you," to Sharibia's anguished mother. But things will only get worse for Govan. Cops had discovered that he once lived just 2 blocks from Sharibia in Brooklyn. So they began an investigation of other similar unsolved murders in the neighborhood, which leads us to 19-year-old Rashawn Brazel, whose mother aches for him every day.
I don't want him to be just that face on that poster. I just go over in my head that there was nothing I can do for him.
In 2005, Rashawn Brazel had been murdered and dismembered. His torso, arms, and legs found in a bag at a Brooklyn subway station.
The head part, I didn't get back. I didn't get to look on him again.
It would turn out that Brazel lived just across the street from Govan in that very same Brooklyn neighborhood and allegedly disliked Brazel because he was gay.
Detectives went to interview Govan when he was still in prison. He gave inconsistent statements about what had potentially happened to Brazel.
And cops say now they've gathered enough evidence to charge him with the murder of Rashawn Brazel. The ever-defiant Govan pleaded not guilty to both murders.
I can't even dissect the fall.
As Govan now kicks and screams his way through the criminal justice system, Murphy asks the question that's on everyone's mind.
You think that he might be a serial killer?
We're charging him with two murders, Mary. So there's a great possibility that might be the case.
And in fact, cops say they have suspicions that Govan is connected to other cases. A dismembered male found in 2005 at this waste transfer station, and a female found wrapped in newspaper at this Brooklyn location in 2007, both dismembered. And now, this woman named Fatima, after seeing our coverage, posted on the Crime Watch Facebook page that she believes Govan may be the man who raped and strangled her 10 years ago. This guy looks like the man that snatched me off the street at 16, strangled with intent to kill, and threw me out the car naked in the same vicinity.
After he raped me, he strangled me. And
He tried to kill you?
yeah, he strangled me. I realized that he was doing it to kill me, so I just relaxed my body and like pretend like I wasn't breathing.
You pretended you were dead?
Yeah, and he threw me out the car naked and drove off.
Fatima distinctly recalls his face, his voice, and his van.
It had the chalk image of the families in the back, the sticker that people have on their vans. He told me that he was a parent, that he was a doctor, and he showed me a badge.
Our affiliate WPIX reports that detectives are planning to meet with Fatima to discuss her case and a possible link to Govan. At this point, it is still speculative. No connection has been made. Is Kwahuru Govan indeed the butcher of Brooklyn? Families of the victims who were so mercilessly slaughtered won't rest until there's an answer.